What is going on, bombastically beautiful people, to another tremendous day of CS2 Case Market Coverage. We're going to be jumping right into this because we do not waste your time or your money here at this channel. Starting with the snake bite case up to about 48 cents, up about a cent from the last video from where it was. So just steady movement forward, which is pretty nice to see on that case, still with so many in circulation. Up to the clutch case now, which is all the way up to about its all-time high. Right around it, it had 84 cents a couple days ago, but now all the way back up to 83 cents where it's been hovering, which is around the highest it's been. Looking really good on the month. Started the month at about 70 cents, stuck there for a long, long time, and now up to about 83 cents on that. The next biggest mover was the CS20s this month, though this one is still also really been kind of stagnant lately. Still at about a buck 18 on these, a buck 19. Slowly, I think these are going to move forward, and I think within a few weeks we're going to be seeing these around the 150 range. Though that's just my personal estimation. Now on these danger zones up back up to about $1.54. This isn't the very highest they've been, but it's just about to that point. It did take a dip for a short while as we had some offloading going on, but those have been bought up and we are now back around this height price. I do expect the danger zones to continue going up and could easily reach the $2 range within the next few months with how this market's been moving. Earlier in the year, when this was about 80 cents, I would have said it could maybe reach $2 by the end of the year. We are way past that now. This market has been on a tremendous trajectory. So now looking here at the Prismas, and these have really been on a great trajectory for a long time now, a steady path up. If you go ahead and look at the older videos, these were even like 80 cents, 70 cents, something like that. Uh, Now all the way to a buck 57 on these. So really, really steady movement, especially in the last month. Started about a buck 12, now all the way up almost into that $1.60 range on these Prisma cases. So looking really, really good from those. Now the Prisma 2s are looking even better right now, which is pretty crazy because these are even a newer case than the Prismas. And if you go ahead and look at the trajectory on these, really within the last 2 weeks has just been on a steep incline, as have some other cases, but these specifically have been looking really, really good. Started the month at about a buck 15, now all the way up to $1.62. These are tremendously moving, trending up in a big way. Going to be hitting $2 here very soon if they continue at anywhere near this current projection that they've been going on. So just keep your eye out on that one. The shadow case has been moving up within the last really day or so, up about 10 cents on the week. So looking good on those. Keep your eye on the shadows. They haven't moved for a while, but I think those are going to be one of the ones that we expect to move into the $2 range very, very soon. The Horizon case has been honestly staying rather stagnant from where it's held. I think it can easily break into this $2.10 range here soon, but really has been hovering just above $2 for the better part of like a week or so now, since the big jumps that happened really in one day or so on the market. Now, the Falchions have been moving up very nicely. These are one that I would keep my eye on long term. While we haven't seen really giant hikes on this case specifically lately, I think that over the coming months, we're going to continue to see this climb eventually towards that $3 range. Started the month at about a buck 84, now all the way to 238 and climbing. So keep your eye on the Falchion case. Now, case that stayed still, the revolver case, it's not actually that low, about 348. Still hasn't hit that 350 cent mark on the revolvers. The spectrums have stayed relatively the same. Wildfires have moved up actually on a pretty solid trajectory over the course of the last month. Started the month at about 345, now all the way up to $4. So just if if you go ahead and apply these trajectories to pretty much every case as we're seeing them in most every case, if you want to go ahead and look at the Chroma 3s, or starting the month at like 363 all the way up to, 420 now, or even the Gamma 2s, which are all the way up to 415 now, started the month at like three, I don't know, maybe around $4. So took a slight jump on these ones. Actually, 440. My bad. I was looking at whatever the first case was listed, and actually soon to be 450 on these. So these are actually looking really good, the Gamma 2. So if you go ahead and apply these trajectories that we're seeing right now on the market over a long period of time, we're going to be seeing insane growth over the next year, 2 years, or more. So this is why I tell you to get in on the market while you can. I generally recommend getting in for 2 to 4 years at the minimum. That way, you would actually be making a very solid chunk of money by that time. But if you're looking for like a 3 month game, I don't recommend these cases as much. I've mentioned that before, but just reiterating that because some people like to get in and, because maybe they will be a good bit higher in about 3 months. You're not necessarily going to be making that much money by doing that just because of the sales fees and stuff like that. But yeah, back onto these higher price cases, the gammas looking good, about the same where they've been actually, at about 350. Same with the chromas. The vanguards have not been moving. The phoenix cases have not been moving. The spectrums I have really just been kind of staying stagnant as well from where they've been. Now, the chromas as well still haven't quite pushed into that $6 range where I know they will be. Same with the shattered web. Uh, now, the breakout case, really, it's held its range here at about 930. Slowly been climbing up over the month, and I expect that to continue. Same thing has been happening with the glove case. Glove case, sorry, I'm really having a tough time speaking tonight. I don't know why. It is because it is probably late and I've been working all night, but I got to get my all into these videos regardless. But sometimes that should just be me. Like slip over my words. So if you be hearing that in these videos, I'm kind of sorry about that, but it's part of life. Now these ones really have been moving about a dollar 30 in the last maybe month or so. So expect these to be within the coming, 4 months, 6 months to be at a much higher price range. It's going to be interesting to see just how quickly these move up. Same thing with these riptides. These have obviously been on a giant, giant trajectory within the last month, but you never know where we'll see these go. These higher price cases are much higher to get in as an investment. So I generally talk about them slightly less. But yeah, thank you guys all for coming out to this video. We've seen some pretty healthy jumps and really meaningful jumps on some cases like the Prisma and Prisma 2 case, as well as just some healthy growth on the clutch case, the snakebite case, the danger zone case has returned to its price. Same with the shadow case, the falchion case. So those have really been the big movers today and since the last video specifically. Thank you guys all for coming out. And I'll be seeing you guys again in the next video very, very soon. I appreciate you for being here, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.